I've started a new recording in case in case any post game discussion is so juicy.
Remember when we took a break right before
Mm-hmm.
we started that encounter?
Yeah.
I walked downstairs and I said to Roma, "Do you think any of them know who that is?"
As soon as he introduced himself as Uruk, the warrior king, I was like, "This Lightning Lord.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
He's
knew it
going
before
after
that.
the Living Forge." That's
I
okay.
knew it before that. And did you even have like a speculation before that, or?
Um, prior to that, I thought he was going to be like I thought that there were actual humans on the world.
Mm-hmm.
There is now.
There it is now, baby.
There is no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know how I knew?
Hmm.
And I said this to Roma right before we started playing again. You know, there's like, oh, there's a weird guy up there. What's his deal? What's up with that NPC who we will, meet, later in the session, presumably.
Mhm.
And then, you start a fire, and then he turns around to look at it. And I said to Roma, hey, what's the first thing he did? And Roma was like, what? What, he like looked? He looked at you? And then I said to her, he shifted his gaze. If you recall the line from the song.
Hmm.
And I sent Roma a message when I came up to my computer of, it's taking all my power not to hum the riff at the start of that damn song. Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone want to try to unpack any of the more advanced imagery for our readers at home, or for yourselves?
Something else I noted about when he shifts his gaze. You said there's a beam of light that comes out of his like hooded cloak, like a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I got the lighthouse part there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we were right about this guy in some form or another being Alvis later.
Yeah, my question to you, Roma, was going to be, which hand did he raise?
It was left. Yeah, that was called out very explicitly.
Yeah.
I'd be careful with what hand people do things with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we still haven't completely fucked up if they both die, right?
Correct. This is where I'm at. I'm at there.
Well, two things did die.
That's true.
Yeah.
What was that connection roll to the star for? Just to see that it was a lady?
Yeah, what was it for? Yeah.
To confirm things for you, yeah.
Okay. Because my when I said say more, I wanted a little more description of said lady.
You already have her description.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted.
Well, she's gone. So far, this new timeline is worse than the old one.
That might be true.
I don't know. The end of the other timeline was really bad.
Yeah. This part of this timeline is really bad. And more to the point, imagine how things would have gone without our interference. I think that the current state of the world is worse than it was in the first timeline.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clearly worse. Like, I don't even know what there is to wonder about with that.
I think about, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's an angel. Yeah. Yeah.
So Lightning Lord was Uruk,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and is Humbaba the Balrog?
Yes.
I
Okay.
think it's implied that not only was Humbaba the Balrog, that like there's an unleashing in a way that has just happened. Like the sky is bleeding. If his back is blown out, not blown in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, this timeline is shit. This timeline.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We
Uh-huh.
pretty severely fucked up.
But I didn't think that Jack was gonna had the meta knowledge of I'm really trying to separate the meta knowledge of the album and stuff from this situation where I just see another human. All right, I have no reason to mistrust this person, and I'm like, we know that the beasts are bad. Kill the king of the beasts, totally.
Right. Okay, but
body of metal. That sounds like it could be thematically connected to all of those skeleton boys that we were trying to destroy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Jack puts it together when he sees the left arm being scorched. He's like, oh, this is worse. This is so much worse. I
was role playing Sheila as having had put it together pretty early. I mean, she sees a guy, is suspicious, doesn't trust him because she hasn't seen another human looking guy. So she doesn't know what's up with that. Sheila, trying to play it safe. And then when this guy is like, "Oh, I'm a big badass king, and I have to go kill this other guy who's the king of the Beast Warriors," and that's when she puts it together, because the explicit warning that we got from the conductor was, yeah, there's going to be two entities vying for control over this world. You have to make sure neither of them win. That was the thing that we were told.
Yeah.
And that's when she put it together. When he's like, "Oh yeah, there's this guy I gotta go kill. He's the king of the beastmen," and she goes, "Oh."
Mhm.
Salon looks like he was remembering that as you were saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I believe I established in the first like part of this world episode that Jack is like half lost in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel like the circle has been closed on that one. Like everything's wired back up, and is, he's like, oh fuck, that's right. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
that's why she
there
was
wasn't
like,
really discussion of that. So
yeah, that's why she was
here we
like
are.
trying to get you to shut up. Because we didn't know what this guy's allegiances were. Like, we didn't know if he was, yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm. My position on that was, like, Jack Field is like, man, those guys suck. Fuck those guys. If this guy is with those guys, then we're just gonna fight him right here.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where the Sheila is afraid of this guy comes from, is she realizes she realizes who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. How you doing there, Ricardo?
Ricardo looks a little spent.
It like it all hit all at once.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the
man,
fact that
that's
we
rough.
fucked up.
Yup.
That's rough. Well,
It's like every detail just connected in my head. Like you went from our unsolved Rubik's cube to solved in one move.
well, like Jack said, if we just kill this other guy, then it's neither of them win. Probably it would have been better to have neither of them win and neither of them die. And not for one to kill the other, especially.
I think we're currently barreling towards an Elden Ring type ending. Or the general FromSoft ending of all endings are bad.
The first great upheaval.
Yeah, hi everyone. There's a new channel.
What the fuck? What the fuck is
Ooh,
this?
that's
I
pretty.
can't tell what this. Oh wait, I need to make it big. Oh shit. Aurora Borealis?
That's how I was interpreting it also.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Yo, what's going on with those 3 stars off on the left?
That's
Yo,
Orion.
Yeah.
That's Orion.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same thought, Tarbuck. Oh, there.
How about those bands, huh?
Those bands?
Yeah. You can't even loosen them. Those bands of Orion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We're leaving a lot of homework for the liners on the forums to do. You have any more further analyses? Oh, do you get what I meant when I said when last time I said, man, I wanted to go hard this time. Too bad we had to delay a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the Lightning Lord and the Balrog were going to fight.
Now I'm thinking about how we prevent them from fighting in the first place. Like what could we have done?
I mean, we could have like tried to convince him otherwise, but he probably would not have gone for that. So, which is why I didn't bring it up.
See,
Because us telling him not to fight makes us his enemy.
See, okay, so remember when I showed him the ball, and I was like, "Do you know what this is?" And then I patted him on the back and like took him somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to like the fire, but Roma led us somewhere different.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be a curious guy, this one.
Yeah.
No. He kind of has his worldview figured out.
Yeah. I mean, if I had been more explicit, I think things would have gone better.
Me
Because
too.
like being from outside is one thing, being from the future is another thing.
I mean, yeah, but like, I feel like if we were more explicit, stuff could have gone better also. But also, maybe being more explicit gets us in trouble.
Which is like not what happened. We certainly didn't get in trouble, right?
But I mean, like, what if this guy becomes our enemy instead and just like kills us because he's like so much more powerful than us?
He's already our enemy right now.
Right, but he doesn't know that.
Hey guys, going around the table. Tarbuck, did you have fun this session?
Oh yeah.
Do you think you got to play to your character in interesting ways? Hey, Ricardo, did you have fun this session?
Yes, I did.
Do you think you got to play to your character in some interesting ways?
I rolled at 29. Of course, I did.
Hey, Simon.
Yeah.
Yo, wasn't that crazy?
That was fucked up. That was fucked up, dude.
What the hell?
I appreciate that that's my question.
Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah.
Glad to see everyone's having fun.
Like I'm willing to like ride this into the ground. My current position is I'll like try out different ideas and stuff, but I don't think we win this one.
We only lose. Who is Hantayumi? Who is Hantayumi?
That's the question. That's the question on every liner's mind.
Because like when you said he was like steel, I was like, oh, this is possibly Hantayumi.
I think there's an angle there for like, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, at the very least, we know that the cogs and the beast warriors interact or have a similar reaction to like connection magic. So there's some through line there between their their supernatural fantasy biology.
Well, with cogs, the thing you would do to make them like go berserk is you had to shoot them. You had to shoot them with magic nuke power.
Yes.
That wasn't a connection roll.
That's true. It's
You expose them to the void.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had fun
Or
interpreting that one.
the abyss, as it were.
Yeah, I bet you fucking did. I am. Are we like off the mic? Are we off mic?
Yeah, I don't have to upload
No,
this.
we're recorded right now.
I know, but
this
like
is a separate recording, so
I know.
I can be off.
I am.
You can come downstairs and like.
No. That's not what I mean. That's
Or
not
I
what I
can
mean. I
go
just
up
like I
there.
just want to know if it's gonna be on the record or not.
Okay,
I'm okay with it being on the record. I just want to know if it is.
sure.
I wouldn't think it would work like that.
Wouldn't think what would work like what.
What happened to her? Both of them.
You'll have to be a little more explicit for me.
Fire consumes, and it is the connection between the two of you that was keeping you strong.
No, that's clear. Why did my human body pop out? That is the thing that I'm like not understanding. And not understanding in like a oh, what's up with that way? Not understanding in like a I don't get that kind of way.
I have math on how that worked.
Okay.
I think it's Evangelion. I think it is you are inhabiting living flesh, and the soul gives that flesh shape. And when the other soul was burned away, this is what remains.
Yeah, I just don't know why. I feel like there's no. You know, Sheila's DNA doesn't exist to be turned into a body of anywhere.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I just don't.
Well, if this is literally Roma's religion, then I can tell you that the like in the broadest zoomed out possible scale, the body is an extension of the soul. Like it is, your soul has anatomy because it is one continuous flesh with your flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some fun answers today on command line.
I mean, Roma, do you have a comment on that?
I feel like anything I say would be a spoiler.
Okay.
But I support. I
Yeah,
support. I support
go ahead and write that
Tarbuck
down in
Hansen.
your list of questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write it right down next to whatever other questions you have. Man, Zalan is defeated.
Ricardo, how you doing?
I've smote Ricardo.
I think it's Sheila's turn next because we each had a turn at defeat.
Excuse me? Hold on. What just happened to me?
Okay, but that's not like ideological destruction. Like there's bad thing happened, and then there's I like made a fundamental misstep as a player, and so you are merged with your character in that moment.
No, I feel that way, Tarbuck. I feel exactly that way, actually.
Yeah, you should have seen how Sai's body language changed when they got turned back into a human.
Yeah. In fact, that is exactly the emotion that I felt at the time.
Guys, it's
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
noticed
compete.
it was stuck.
It
was stuck.
I just felt bad that you don't have your character sheet printed, so you didn't get to tear it in half.
Me too. That would have been really cool.
You can go print it out, and then at the start of the next episode, you can do it on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to interpret. I went like, yeah, that's how that would happen. This is about the most drastic. Like, you know, you were like, okay, I'm prepared to die for rolling that one, and I'm like, that'd be way too boring.
That's true.
Yep.
I feel like when you guys listen to the album next time, you'll be like, oh yeah.
I looked up lyrics just now.
That's how you know you're in a bad spot.
What lyrics are you reading?
I'm reading what song is it? The Floating Fire. Clouds begin to tear. Sky is bleeding hair.
Yep. That's yeah. And see, that makes me think that there's nothing we could have done. Because it's album textual, so Roma would have willed it to happen.
There are different ways for these things to manifest.
That's true.
Like, and also, if we like won, if we actually succeeded in the thing that we were trying to do, then that all of those things in the album about the past still would have been true in the original timeline.
Yes. Correct. I'm not disputing that.
Starbucks spitting over here.
Yeah.
I just mean to say that,
for instance, like the whole thing about while the angel lives. Well, that's not true anymore. I'll remind everybody that souls are not indestructible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that much I would hope is obvious to you by this point.
Yeah.
No,
that should have been obvious many episodes ago. I know the exact moment where I made that explicit to everyone. DMing is so fun.
Man.
What was the other thing that you got, Sai, or do you not want to say it?
What do you mean?
Because when you came down, you said, I don't think they know who that is. And then, like, a few minutes later, you went, aw, fuck you.
Aw, fuck you was Lord of Lightning shifts his gaze.
Oh.
It's right there.
Okay.
My policy, by the way, has been not to like. I want to discover album insights in retrospect, sure, but I'm not trying to use the album to forecast what is going to happen. Generally,
my general stance is your character exists in the world for far longer than you do. They think about it. They think about all the things they know way more than you do. The album is just a way for you to kind of bridge that gap to catch you up to them, because you have vague foreshadowing, and they have thought. They can sit around and code Geass think through the steps that everyone they know is going to do, or what they probably want.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be necessarily in order.
What do you mean?
Because like we've kind of gone in order.
Yeah.
At least on this album, not the last album, but this one. Yeah.
Well, because this one is so, and me and Roland have talked about this a lot. Pawn Hearts is very poetic and full of like imagery. And Murder of the Universe is just a story.
Mm-hmm.
Is just like a fantasy story that has very clear events.
Very clear.
And because of that, I feel, there's sort of like a different mode of interpretation. And this, like, okay, the first bit, like the opening of Altered Beast, is like something by the meadow. Is something shaped like a bear with a long dark shadow. I go, got it, because there's a bear monster in the first session, so we're going to be trucking through this pretty linearly. That conveyed that to me.
So I'm going to let you guys know that one of the, just in case I forget or something, once we're like stable at base or something for any amount of time that's useful, I need to heal these last 2 points. So I'm probably going to do some more eating. I say knowing that eating is bad.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and like talk to the person whom I'm possessing and see if we can like compress and suppress the form. Not in a like punch that shit down there kind of way, but in like a don't let it constantly go spilling out kind of way. Because I think my theory is that all of this like bestial transformation expression stuff is because the consumption of flesh is modifying the spirit, and that modified spirit constantly leaking over into the body is what is manifesting these like mutations that we keep going through.
You are
and
what you eat.
if we you are what you eat, and if we compress everything back, like if we compress it back down and have it like fully within and then choose how to express it outwards, that will be a more potent tool set than what we already have. And I also think that the strongest state that we could be in is being in dialogue with this other person whom we are possessing.
Yeah, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
Poor Hoshama.
I like feel bad for him.
Wow, it looks like I have burnt out Ricardo. Ricardo looks like a dead battery.
Don't talk about batteries.
That's not just you. These last 2 weeks were very draining.
Well,
we had like no internet on work.
Well,
so I had to be running around 2 buildings.
We got one more session before the end of the year.
I thought you were going to say something much more distressing.
What?
I thought that last word was going to be a lot scarier.
Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to say of the year.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say of like the season or something.
Could be question mark.
The other day, we were on the phone with Roma's brother, and he's been listening to Command Line. And he, hasn't got there yet, but was asking about like, oh, well, what are these other videos? Are these Command X? Is that the same show? Is that a different thing? And then we explained to him like, yeah, it's the same show. That's the name of season 2. Yada yada. And then he says like, "Oh, you should have made it just like 2 lines, like season 2." And then I say, "It's an X for thematic reasons." And then he goes, "Oh, interesting." And I piece together another way that it's an X for a different way that it's X for thematic reasons today.
Because we fucked up.
Well, for like the like the crossing of these of the powers, you know.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Yeah, you know, the first and most abundantly clear to me reason why it's an X is because of like to evoke like genetics and the crossing of genes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I hope you're
we're
smiling
definitely
right now,
intersected.
Roma.
I'm liking it. I have.
Are you liking all those things I just said?
I have a lot of ideas in my head that weren't said, but there were also some of them that were, and I am satisfied with some of those coming out. We'll get into the symbology one day.
I mean, you know, an X is a cross.
Mm-hmm.
It's another way to pronounce an X.
Yeah.
Or interpret an X.
The X means many things.
The X does mean many things.
Yeah. Man, I really need that last point of separation.
I really need that last point. I also need that last point of separation.
Well, I think that this is good fuel for a change in character also, of like the thing that like catalyzes Jack's actions.
Speaking of catalyzing, I'm definitely gonna change my catalyst.
Yeah, I need to. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. Announce it at the start of the next episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I come downstairs and hang out now. These headphones make my head hot.
I might need a little bit to decompress, but I'll be down there.
That's fine. All right, that's the end of this bonus episode.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
I hope you had as much fun as we did.